Firefly in the room.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to have you here. Today I thought about something and we will have a little bit different video kind of, but still about houseplants. So since we are in the second half of December, I thought a lot of people, obviously not all, but a lot of people are thinking about glow-ups, how they change throughout the year. And since I own a pretty decent collection of houseplants, I thought why not to look at glow-ups of my houseplant, because it's really fun to see the difference the plant was, for example, how it looked in 2019 and how it looks right now in the present day. And a lot of these plants will be really different. Some of them will have awesome surprises. So today I will talk with you about 10 houseplants from my collection with my own old photos from Instagram and Facebook. And we will see how they changed, how they grew up, new leaves, new babies, everything. So I'm really excited to share today. Okay, let's start with a plant that I am really proud of. This is actually my pride of my collection. I love this plant to pieces, and I'm talking about my Anthurium clarinervium. This is how it looks right now. So beautiful, have 4 leaves. Really happy, finally really happy. It's like all of my plants actually will be dry because today is my watering day, so a lot of them needs a little bit water, but that's okay. So just like I said, really beautiful plant. Went through such a hard times in my home because it was attacked by thrips 2 times, but still it managed to be happy. I got it this year for my birthday on April, and I have a picture of it in May. And here is the picture. Wait, let me sit over here. So here's a picture in May, right? It had only 2 leaves. It was still a baby, not a very baby, but still a baby, you know. And it was cute, it was beautiful, I loved it. But right now, look at this glow up, guys. Look how many new leaves. I thought I saw thrips again, oh my gosh. But anyway, so here's a difference of half a year growing this Anthurium. So whenever you hear people talking about Anthurium clarinerviums and how easy they are and how perfect they are for beginners, this is all true. This plant really doesn't care if I forget to water it. It actually starts to wrinkle on the leaves like that, and it shows that needs water. So it's very talkative plant and very easy and very fast growing. So I really love this one. All right, let's talk about another one. And this plant, here I am, and this plant actually is like 50-50 glow up, because at the same time it grew so much this year, but also it lost variegation. So I'm talking about my Monstera albo. I also got it around April this year, and here's a picture of how, here's a picture of how it looked like in April. As you can see, it was a 1 leaf cutting, and finally, I'm lying, I actually got it during last winter, so about a year ago. But only in April it started to show off new growth, and I was so excited. I've been waiting for it for at least 4 months, right? So I was really happy about it, and I really thought it will be variegated and it will be all perfect, but it wasn't. Here is how it is looking right now. I mean, it grew a lot. I mean, look at this. Oh, I lost something. So as you can tell, it grew a lot, right? It's so much bigger. It has 3 new leaves, which is so cute and cool, but it lost variegation. Not a single variegation speckle on any leaf, to be honest. So that's a little bit sad. And it also was attacked by thrips twice in my collection. The only leaf that has variegation is this one, and just a teeny tiny one on the very top of this leaf, and that's it. I mean, I could cut it and see maybe that would help, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to do it. Most likely I will in the future, maybe in the spring, but for now, this is how this glow up looks like. Not really, but at the same time, kind of glow up, right? Kind of. Okay, once again I'm gonna talk about another pride and joy of my collection, and I talk about this composition so often on my channel, but I just want to show you off even more updates on it because it just keep on surprising me. And I'm talking about my favorite garden that is inspired by Hobbit movies, and I planted it this May, right? So it was half a year ago since I planted it. This is how it looked like at that moment, right? So as you can tell, cactus still not too, I mean this is euphorbia, not cactus technically. So still looking not too big. Zamicculca zenzi still teeny tiny, right? Two beautiful Sansevieria skirkii, cute, adorable. Christmas cactus at the very end, amazing. But I have some updates for you guys. So this is how it looks like right now. As you can tell, the top part of this euphorbia grew so much, so awesome. This Sansevieria kirkii, if you remember, I showed you a couple weeks ago that is having a baby. Just look how big this baby already is. Oh my gosh, can you see it? This is the newest leaf of that baby. So adorable, right? This Sansevieria grew a very thick new leaf. You can see that one, right? Looks like snake. Amazing. This epiphyllum keeps on blooming for me. Here is an old bloom actually. But it also have some new pops of blooms throughout all of the plant, and finally I can tell that every single plant showing new growth, because just recently I noticed that Zizi is growing a new shoot. So exciting, you have no idea. I actually was so experimenting while planting this composition, because all of these plants are so different, and a lot of you said that you would never think to plant these plants together. A lot of you were worried about Christmas cactus because it needs a little bit more water. But as you can tell, they're all doing so fine. So if you want to play around with your plants, these kind of plants works perfectly. So you can go ahead, take this idea and play around with your collection, because it is so fun. It is so fun to grow them like this and create a big jungle in one single pot and just show up new growth randomly in the middle of the winter. Oh, love it. I gotta put it because it weighs like 20 pounds. Whew, that was a workout. Okay, so right now I will show you a plant that I do not talk too much on my channel. And to be honest, while it was standing in my kitchen, I do not give too much attention to it because it never seems to need one. And I did not notice until I went through my Instagram and saw the first pictures of it, how much it grew. It's just crazy. Let me check my notes. So this Philodendron scandus I got February of this year, so it was 10 months ago. Here is how it looked like. Teeny tiny baby. I got it in a grocery store for I think 2 or 3 euros. It was a crazy find because at that time it wasn't that easy to find philodendrons in grocery stores, and when I did, I was so excited. I was so happy in that video, and all throughout the year I was really excited about it. But when I compared the pictures with today's look, guys, I got blown away. Look at it. Look at how crazy this philodendron is, and it just keeps on pushing new growth. I actually really need to give it some kind of trails, because all I have right now is just little tiny bamboo stick, and it's really not helping, because just look at this bush. I have no idea if you can see it. The sun came out of nowhere. So this looks amazing, isn't it? What a difference 1 year can make, so many leaves. And this plant is standing in my kitchen next to the microwave, and in that corner there is not a lot of light, and guys, just look how happy this plant is. So if you're on a look for a plant for a little bit darker corner and you don't want Pothos for some reason, look at this philodendron. So beautiful, so cool, and I love him so much. I actually love him so much. And it's a simple plant from a grocery store for a couple bucks, guys. And I love him. Oh my gosh, sometimes plants can really surprise you, and that's what I love the most about them. Beautiful. All right, we're almost halfway through right now. I want to talk about Pothos since I mentioned one. I want to talk about Pothos Marble Queen. I actually got that plant also in February of this year, so it was 10 months ago, we can say almost a year ago. This is how it looked like. Nothing too shabby. Actually, it was so damaged when I bought it. I was so sad in that video when I talked about it, because it had some yellowing leaves and it was all, you know, it was sad. It was really sad plant. But I managed to bounce it back, and look how it looks right now. So many more leaves are growing. Once again, this plant is standing on my microwave in my kitchen. Not the brightest room ever, but it still manages to keep on variegation and looks so beautiful. Actually, last week my dog knocked it over, so that's why you can see a little bit of swell on the leaves. because I just repotted it because that little bastard was going into the microwave and looking for some food leftovers. Anyway, so this is such a cool plant. It's leaning towards the sun, but it's so beautiful. I love it. I love the colors, love the shape, love everything about this one. Alright, let's talk about one spicy one that is a little bit crazy and over the edge. So I found Pachira Aquatica when I was walking my dog outside next to the garbage containers. I bring it back home, but it was not in the best shape. All of the branches of it was leaning over, really not the best shape ever. So what I did in January, I cut off every single branch out of this tree and made it twice smaller, and I was just holding my fingers crossed that it will make a very nice glow up and grow so many new branches and will look like a cute bonsai tree inside my home. And guys, it did! Let me show you how it looks like right now after 10 months. I will sit once again to the side because I want to insert footage. This is huge plant and it's very difficult to take it out. So look at all of those branches. It looks like a brand new tree, right? What a flippin' glow up. I think this can win the reward of glow ups this year of my houseplant because it completely transformed into something so much more beautiful and something a little bit more stylish in my opinion, because right now it's so compact and, you know, has a wonderful shape, and I'm so proud of this plant. Whenever I go past it, I'm like, sup, you juicy thing. Okay, so let's talk about another plant, and this one I need to take it out. So I am actually talking about Jewel Orchid I bought in a plant swap. I bought it in August of 2020, so right now we're going a year back. So it was 1.5 years ago, almost, kind of, right? And it actually already bloomed for me twice or maybe even 3 times. And this is how it looked like when I got it. So these are recently rooted cuttings that I planted into this pot, right? Here is how it is looking right now. It's crazy and out of control. It keeps on blooming for me every single half a year, I would say, which is so cool. What I want to do actually, I am planning to cut it off and propagate it, so I will have a bigger bush of this jewel orchid, because right now, as you can see, this is going wild. I mean, this is wild. I'm waiting for it to rebloom and then I will cut it in pieces. So since we're going all the way to 2020, why not to go ahead and go even back in time, and why not to go into 2019 month, into August, so almost 2.5 years ago, right? Big time, right? So I am talking about my first ever Hoya. This is picture of me. This actually was also one of my first ever videos on YouTube. I was completely new to the YouTube yet, and this is the picture of me smiling with my new cuttings of Hoya Carnosa Splash. I was so happy and excited because finally I had my hands on some Hoya. A lot of YouTubers were talking about them at that time, and they were so difficult to find in Lithuania, and I did. Oh my gosh, look at those 2 teeny tiny cuttings, right? Throughout these 2.5 years, this Hoya went through some difficult time because, just like I said, it was my first one, so I made a lot of mistakes. I dried out it way too many times. It had root rot because of overwatering way too many times. But after all, this plant is looking fabulous right now, isn't it? Look at it. It just keeps on pushing out new growth with new beautiful leaves. I love this splashy variegation on some of them. So adorable. I love the pot I have it in. This is actually my first ever Medusa pot that I painted, that you guys started to love so much that you started ordering them from me, which is crazy. But anyway, this is my first ever Hoya, and I am really proud mom of it. It actually has a trellis. That is a branch that me and Rocky found outside, so it actually needs a new one, because just like you can see, it's way too big for it. But this is a plant that really makes me happy. Whenever I look at it, I just really see that old myself with those couple leaf cuttings, and right now look at us. Okay, since we are in 2019, let's still stay for a while in those 2019 and go to September, and that's when I got couple cuttings of string of hearts. Once again, was so excited. I got them for free because one lady had a huge string of hearts in a plant swap, and she just kept on giving free cuttings for everybody, and I was like, I wanna too. As you can tell, no roots, freshly cut off cuttings that I put in a glass dish. This is actually a candle holder, and that was almost 2.5 years ago, and this is what we have now. I know, first off, please don't come for me, I live in a very dark apartment, okay? Just like I said, it's first time I see sun in about a week, maybe even over a week. And this is my string of hearts. This is how it's doing and growing. I actually cut it off maybe 3 times already, till somewhere over here, so I could propagate it and put them back, put the branches back inside and make it bushier. This spring I will do it once again because I just love how fragile and teeny tiny it looks, and if I would give it a little bit more love it would be even bigger, but I mean, I'm okay with the way it looks right now. And let's talk about the last one. Last one is Philodendron Red Emerald. I got it in a plant swap with another plantuber Hoya, and I got 2 cuttings that had 3 leaves on each of those cuttings, and it was in December last year, so exactly 1 year ago I had those 2 tiny babies. I was so excited about them. I really wanted some Philodendron Red Emerald. When I got it, it started to grow like crazy, leaf after leaf, and maybe for about 3 months it was pushing out new growth, and then it stopped and started to do some random stuff. This is how, yeah, it's this is how it's looking right now. Not too shabby, I would say, right? This is actually standing on a very dark corner as well because I am out of space, to be honest. So I'm planning to most likely once again cut it and propagate it and plant those plants all together into one pot, because right now it's just a little bit crazy and a little bit, oh, I'm so sorry, oh my gosh. So this is a little bit out of hands and a little bit way too crazy, but I love this plant. I love how crazy it is, and once again I just imagine this is how they would grow in nature, so I love it, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is it for today's video, guys. So here are my 10 plants that had a beautiful glow up throughout this year. Let me know if you want another video with more glow ups, because obviously I have more pictures from years before. And also let me know if you want me to make a completely different video and film some plants with glow downs, because there are some plants that are really struggling in my collection and they used to look so fabulous. But right now they just don't. So let me know, let's chat in the comments as always, and before leaving you, let me teach you another language lesson. Since we had a string of hearts, let me teach you how to say heart in Lithuanian, Russian and Polish. Yes, I know how to say heart in Polish. Anyway, if you want to say heart in Lithuanian, you need to say širdis. Once again, širdis. And if you want to say heart in Russian, you need to say сердце. Once again, сердце. And fun fact, if you want to say heart in Polish, it's the same way as it is in Russian, it's сердце. Once again, сердце. This is it, guys. Here we go. Here is another finish of my videos. I feel so happy that I finally could film something for you guys, and I need to go and edit this right now, so thank you so much for watching. Let's chat in the comment section down below what more content you want from my channel, and like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you enjoy houseplant content, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.